One time for the people in the back.
Did I just respawn again? Why are the SMG users mad? Because they took the chameleon and gave us a slingshot. What the hell? Dag joke of the day. What is going on, Dags? If you're new to the channel, welcome to Daddy Gang Gaming. I'm your host Nox, where my favorite thing to do is respawn, and it's not because I'm good. If you didn't know yet, we do have Summer 25 going on, with the climax of this event being the slingshot, which is kind of anticlimactic. And you can get the slingshot from doing the Summer 25 project, and also the hoarder is dropping the slingshot as well. And here it is. I mean, I wish I was more enthusiastic and happy for this. It's kind of meh. All they really did for the slingshot is take an SMG and slap on 60 optimal range, which optimal range is not horrible because normally SMGs have an optimal range from like 15 to like 21. A couple of them might have like 22. But keep in mind, optimal range is one of those damage talent types of things that people overlook. And depending on your gun, the damage drop off varies. You can see for the slingshot after 60 meters that the drop off is pretty steep. So if you like to play from a far range, having an optimal range that matches your distance that you like to play, it's going to be a pretty big damage boost. And you know how they took the Vector SMG, made it into the Chameleon, into a assault rifle? Well, I guess we have a SMG that can act like an assault rifle now, with the optimal range of a rifle or a marksman rifle. Some of the cons about this SMG is that it does shoot pretty slow, and the accuracy on SMGs isn't the greatest. And the stock magazine size is only 25 on this SMG, which is pretty doo-doo. But this gun does have pros. It does have a high base damage. The 60 optimal range is really good. You do get the 21% critical hit chance, allowing you to focus more on critical hit damage and weapon handling attributes. It does have really good stability and reload speed, and you could equip 4 weapon mods as well. I am running the measure talent to kind of combat that rate of fire that it struggles with. And because the gun has a solid base damage, the first half of the clip, the weapon damage hit won't be too bad. And once you get to the second half of the magazine, this thing is going to hit like a truck. And if I do plan on playing with the slingshot, I'm going to play it kind of like a AR, because it does have really high optimal range. And I'm going to try to play stuff like control points or missions where there's a lot more distance between the enemies. And honestly, I wouldn't use this gun for anything really that's close quarters. And if you like to play close and personal and play with gear sets like the Hunter's Fury, you have better options than using the slingshot. So I made my build to play to the strengths of the gun, with the weapon damage and optimal range, the reload speed, and the stability. So starting off, I'm going with the gunner specialization because you're going to get the armor on kill. We got that 5% rate of fire increase. And when we're stationary, we get that 10% weapon handling. And here's the slingshot. I'm going to be running it kind of like an AR build. I'm rolling with the measure talent, and these are the mods that I have equipped to it. For the secondary, I got a SMG 9. I'm going to whip out this bad boy if I get pressed by anybody, if they get too close to me. It does have a pretty solid rate of fire and hits like a truck as well. I got the measure talent on it as well, and these are the mods I have equipped for it. For the sidearm, it's going to depend on what skills you like to use. I am using the precision smart cover, so I want to have the TDI card custom, because if you pull out the TDI card custom and then place your smart cover, the +1 skill tier from the TDI card custom is actually going to allow you to get 7% more damage to targets out of cover. And the way that the smart cover interacts with your skill tiers is whatever your skill tier is when you put it out, it's going to stay on that. So once you place it, you can swap back to your primary or secondary, and it's going to stay at that additional skill tier with the TDI card custom. And I have the talent Future Perfect on the TDI card. In case I get a kill, I'll get an additional skill tier, and it'll allow my smart cover to do a little bit more damage. For the attributes, I went straight red. I'm going to be playing this build like a straight up glass cannon. And for the chest piece, I have my first piece of Sokolov. I have critical hit damage, weapon handling, critical hit damage armor mod, the talent glass cannon. For the mask, I have my second piece of Sokolov. Now I'm going to get the 10% SMG damage, the 13% critical hit damage. I have it with weapon handling, critical hit damage, a critical hit damage armor mod. For the backpack, I got one piece Grupo, double crit, critical hit damage armor mod, and I got the talent Vigilance. For the gloves, I got the named SP Zoo Eagle Grasp. It gives you that 15% magazine size, and it comes with 15% weapon handling instead of the 8%. I have a critical hit damage. These aren't 100% necessary, but getting that little bit bigger magazine size helps out with the small magazine size of the slingshot. For the holster, I'm rocking Centurion Scabbard, and the reason is because you get that 20% rate of fire, 20% weapon damage. I'm going to keep this buff on the slingshot to help out with its low rate of fire and give it a little bit more damage. You could also rock it with the 50% magazine size if you want, but the rate of fire is going to be a lot better. For the knee pads, I'm rocking Turmoils. It comes double crit. You get the 8% critical hit chance from the Cheska brand set, and it comes with the talent Bewildered. And the Bewildered talent is double dipping again, so any type of amplified damage source or any type of damage to target out of cover is going to apply twice to the secondary target.
2 at a time, Dags. Give me them double cheeks. Damn, them cheeks are smacking.
And because I got glass cannon, I got the damage to target out of cover on the actual guns, and I'm using the precision smart cover that gives you even more damage to target out of cover, and that is why the turmoil knee pads work, because you're just adding free damage. If you don't have the turmoil knee pads, you could run something like the Fox's Prayer or another type of brand set that gives you some type of damage boost. It's going to be up to you on how you like to play. For the skills, I already went over the precision smart cover and how to actually boost the amount of damage to target it gives. And it also gives you weapon handling, which is going to really help out with the slingshot's accuracy. And then I'm also running the booster hive because it does give you weapon handling as well. If you don't want to run the booster hive or the precision smart cover, you could actually equip a accuracy mod to the slingshot if you want. And like I said, because I'm playing this build at a distance, all that weapon handling is going to come in clutch. For the active modifier, I got Tech Link. I personally just play with the passive modifiers. I don't really activate the links ever because I don't want to have to rebuild up all of the attributes again. For the passive modifiers, I'm rocking the best kind of defense. I got Loaded Up, and then I got Multitasker. Here's the stats with the modifiers deactivated. I am sitting at 60% critical hit chance, which is going to go up to 70%. And then I got 187% critical hit damage, but that's going to go up as well. And then the headshot damage is going to go up as well. For armor, I'm sitting at 800,000 and I got 80,000 armor on kill to help me stay alive. So yeah, Dags, just the build that I would run with the slingshot, just aiming to the strengths with the optimal range. It's kind of weird playing an SMG from a distance, you know. Normally you want to be close and personal. It's definitely not a horrible gun, and it's not really that bad trying to strengthen its weaknesses. Like I said, it comes with that 21% critical hit chance, so you can focus on other attributes like critical hit damage and weapon handling. So if you're going to play a glass cannon build like this build, it's definitely not horrible. I really wouldn't play it on other builds. I don't know what you guys think. Drop a comment below with what kind of builds you guys are running with this slingshot. I don't think I'm going to mess around with this gun too much. It's kind of meh. I'm not going to get into much more detail about it. I don't think this gun deserves too much time. It's either you like it or you don't, and I'm kind of leaning on the side that I don't really care for this gun. But hey, there might be a build that it's really good in, so I don't know. Let's see what we can figure out. So that's all for now. Happy farming. We do have the ×5 XP around the corner, so let's go get it.